Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Rooster Stone Show.
Stone Show.
Hey, everybody. I'm so glad to see you here. Got Rob back on the show. Dude, great to have you back, dude.
Great to be here.
So happy that you're here. We've got a great show for you today, man. A brand new show. This was Rob's idea, and I love this idea. This new sort of grouping of shows is going to be called Buried Treasures. And we've chosen Buried Treasures of the year 1994. These are going to be songs, you might know the band, but maybe you never heard the song. We're choosing songs that we feel like are sort of under the radar, maybe songs people don't listen to or don't listen to anymore. And so this is what we've chosen, and this is what we're going to roll with first today.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're up first, man. What do you got?
Okay.
1994.
Well, I feel like I had the upper leg here, or the upper hand, or whatever. I was upper because it was my idea, and I had two songs in mind already. The third one was up in the air. And my bass player from my band just sent a text to my lead singer and I and said, "Hey, didn't you guys used to cover this song back in the day?" And I'm like, there's number 3.
There it is.
So I'm going to start with it. Trampoline by the Greenberry Woods from the album Rapple Dapple. Right off the bat, I love the guitar tone in the intro, that unapologetic crunch, followed by a really simple guitar melody. When the verse starts, the drummer leaves out the snare drum, and it gives you this kind of backbeat feel. It almost feels like you're falling. And then the chorus just has such a joyous, uplifting feel. It really brings me back to 1994. I remember standing on the stage of Margaritas in Westchester, playing this song with my hollow body red Hondo guitar.
Oh, dude.
I still have it. But I literally, when I was listening to it today, and I just felt like that 21-year-old kid again. Yeah. It's awesome.
Oh, dude, I almost forgot that there was an indie rock movement that got kind of snuffed out by grunge along with the hair bands. These types of bands that were hanging out around this time, these guys sound fantastic, and they're from Maryland. I love it. This is an awesome song.
Love it.
I never heard this song before. So, dude, bravo to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was my hope.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Thank you.
For my first song, I chose the song Incomplete from Bad Religion from their Stranger Than Fiction album, which to me is huge. This band takes me back to my youth, man. Mosh pits at the Chameleon Club. When I was young, punk rock resonated with me more than any other style of music. And even after grunge took over the airwaves, I was still kind of caught up in that live show and that punk rock anti-establishment vibe. Even now, as I'm older, I still align with its FU attitude and its tear-it-all-down philosophies. This is who I am. But punk rock just sees the world for what it is. And Bad Religion does it about as good as anyone ever did. This album is absolutely righteous, man. I chose this song because it kicks the album off, and it brings me back to throwing this one in the old CD Walkman in my car. But every song on this project hits hard, man, both musically and lyrically. If you've never heard of Bad Religion, or you just haven't heard them in a while, dude, put them back in your rotation, man. You'll be shaving your head or growing a mohawk within days. Punk rock is forever.
Yes. This song's a banger, and it's how you start an album. I mean, my goodness. I love the bridge following the guitar solo. 21st Century Digital Boy from this album was our show opener for a long time, and was also the ringtone on my cell phone for years. I love that tune. One of my first dates with my wife was seeing Bad Religion and Good Charlotte at the Electric Factory in 2000. It's just an absolutely great pick, and I was not familiar with this song. it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, love Bad Religion. Yeah. All right.
All right.
What do you got number 2?
Next up, this was one of the songs I already had in my head for this show, Shrine by the Dam Builders from their album Encendidor, which I think means lighter.
Yeah.
Or some kind of flame.
Sounds good to me, man.
Yeah. I looked it up. I love the feel of this song. You hear the stick clicks at the beginning. I love when they leave that in. And then the drums just kick it off with this great bass line that just runs through the whole song. This song is another one of those songs that reminds me of driving with the top down. And I think I've talked about it before. I just love that feeling of a song that, when I had hair, the wind ripping through my hair. I did have hair. Yes. So I love that song. But again, this is a song my band used to cover. We used to, our lead singer would get these early releases from radio stations, and we would be able to learn songs before they hit the radio.
Oh, wow.
So we would play these songs and people wouldn't know them, but we would just do them endlessly until people either picked up on that we were doing them or they caught up because they were finally released on the radio. But we always had a leg up in that.
Wow, that's
respect.
awesome.
Yeah. I don't know how, I think it was like a service he was part of, like not Columbia House, but that kind of thing where he just got like radio promos. So we were always just a step ahead of the other. Yeah, it worked out very well for us.
Dude. Man, I love that breakdown bridge in the middle of this song. This band almost sounds like they belong more to like the rock revival of the early 2000s. Just the way that, their sound, the way that they're playing, all of that stuff. That guitar lick is righteous. I just love this song, dude. Yeah. Again, I never heard this tune. So I guess we're doing our job here.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, if we stump each other, we're doing a good job.
Yeah, I feel like, between the two of us.
Yep.
So for my second song, I chose This Is a Low by the band Blur from their Park Life album. This is one of those albums that define an era for me. Blur didn't get the love over here in the States that some of their contemporaries did. Bands like Oasis and Radiohead. They spearheaded the new British invasion. But Blur largely got left out, kind of like another of my favorite bands, Supergrass. I've always preferred these guys, though, over their more popular rivals. For me, it's Blur and Supergrass that define this time of my life. There's just something unique about the sound of British and European bands that has always appealed to me. The contrast sort of between the wistful verse and the soaring chorus just really does it for me in this song. While American bands were getting back to their more raw roots at this time, English bands were doing the same thing. Blur is worth a dive, people. Both musically and lyrically, they are quality. Quality stuff.
Absolutely. I'm missing out with the Blur thing. Like most people, song 2 is what I think of when I think of Blur. That song does not do this band justice. The musicality on display in this song is fabulous.
Yeah.
I know a couple other Blur songs, but this is definitely worth checking out. I absolutely love this song.
You could hear, I could put 5 Blur songs on for you and they would all sound completely different.
Yeah.
Supergrass was the same way. They were very unique with their, they were not afraid in the least bit to do something completely different.
Even within the album.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And so, I think after this song, it's some like weird carnival song. Like, it's just like, this whole album is just like that.
And the first song is Girls and Boys.
Yeah.
So
which is like this like
poppy
synth pop song.
Yeah.
They're all over the place. But, this song is just one of those tunes that sort of has stuck with me all these years. So that's why I chose it.
Great song.
Yeah.
All right.
We're at your last one, man.
All right. This is the one that really started the idea for me. This song is called Rapture by a band Seed from their album Ling. This is quite possibly one of my favorite songs ever.
Wow.
I just love this song. I don't know what it is. I think I don't know if it's that good a song or it just connected with me at a time, but I've loved it from the day I heard it. I can listen to it endlessly. This would probably be my desert island song if I could only listen to one tune.
Wow.
I love the chord changes and the voicings of the chords, the lyrics and melody, the very sparse harmonies on, just like 2 words of certain lines of the verse. But for me, I think the fretless bass is the hero of this song. I mean, in between the choruses, the interludes, there's just this really cool bass line.
Yeah.
That's obviously a fretless, doing its thing. And it's a great song, and I definitely suggest checking it out.
You're so right about that, though. So much of our memory and what we like is, or what we like is tied to our memory. The things that happened to us, the songs where we were. And I don't know if you're like this, but I feel like my life has a soundtrack. And I can tell you exactly where I was and what I was doing when this song was a part of my life.
Yes.
The whole way through my life. And so I feel like it ties into that. Those things are real. They're a real tie-in. But dude, there are a lot of great things happening in this song. So it's not just that. He's got a melodic voice. I mean, that voice is awesome. The harmonies in this song are killer. So I feel like, there's good reason this is one of your favorite songs. But beyond the memory.
But one would think that I would dig in further to this band and listen to more of it.
Well, maybe you don't want to ruin...
I never have.
What you have.
I couldn't tell you a single other song.
You don't want it to be disturbed by the fact that you may not like their other music.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to I don't know. Think of whatever it could be. But this is a great song either way. So you know what I'll do? I'll go ahead with the light. I'll look into them and let you know if they're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll come back.
We'll circle the wagons and we'll come back here in a little bit. Oh, that's awesome. So for my last song, I chose one of my favorite songs ever, too. This is a song called Lilac Wine from Jeff Buckley's, I don't even know what to say, his only album, Grace. This song and album have been a force in so many different eras of my life. It's hard to even tie it to one particular memory. It's amazing that our conversation is literally segueing into this. Was it being blown away listening to it by the glow of the dashboard of my 79 RX-7 with a girl whose name for me has been lost to time back in the 90s? Was it losing myself in it all alone in the garage down at Bag End at 3 a.m. after a party back in the aughts? Was it singing it at the top of my lungs after more than a few pints of Guinness with my good friend Tommy and the teens? Or was it being completely mesmerized all over again, listening to it for this this review just this week? I honestly don't know the answer, but sometimes there's a voice or a song that just grabs you, and sometimes it's only once, but sometimes it happens again and again and again. Jeff Buckley was a talent ripped from this world far too soon. He didn't have enough time to really show us who he was or what he had. All we have is grace. It's unfair to say that this would have been his best effort. We will never know that. But if you have the time and the inclination to trust me just this one time, I will ask you to give this song a listen. For in its lyrics and the rising and falling of its beautiful melody, you will find as perfect a song as there ever has been made on this desolate, lonely rock, man. I love this song.
I have 2 words. Required listening.
Yeah.
I had never heard it before. I think I actually caught myself about a minute in, and I had to pick my jaw up a little bit. What a talent! Like you said, what a talent. I've only heard Hallelujah probably 95% of people that say they know Jeff Buck. I'll restart that. I only know Hallelujah, so I feel like I've done myself a disservice by not listening to more, especially after hearing this song. Thank you for bringing it to me. But I think this whole time, thinking about what you said, 96 was such an important time, or 94 was such an important time in my life. I turned 21. I was doing the cover band thing. So I think that's when I really started doing it and started playing the Chameleon Club and all those places. So I think that's why I came right to this year when we were discussing this.
Yeah, this is a formative year for both of us.
Yep.
And I think, it just goes to show you too that every year has great music. I mean, we could have done this for 2024. There's always going to be something new and something great for us to listen to. But this is a very eclectic grouping of songs. Because a lot of people, they think, 94, it's sort of like, the tail end of grunge, Kurt Cobain dies, all this stuff that's going to happen. But I feel like there's so much more going on in music at that time, even than we often remember until we think back. And so this is an eclectic group of songs. So we hope you enjoy it. I mean, I really think, I love these little 6-song snippets that we make.
Yeah.
Just because, it's not an overcommitment, but it's something that you can listen to be like, oh yeah, 1994, this is happening. So, hey, thanks so much if you made it this far and listening to us quip and quibble about all the different eras of our lives. It's always great having you on the show, brother.
Thank you, my friend.
Glad that you're here. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to Rooster Stone across all social media. Share these videos, share whatever you find. We are releasing a new single that, again, will be out by the time that this video comes out. So don't forget to check that out. And please give it a share if you can. You'll help out a poor, unknown musician more than you know just by a share, and it doesn't cost you a dime. So thank you so much for sticking around. And don't forget about peace
and one love.
Come on over to roosterstone.com, where you can book the band for any event you can imagine. Acoustic, full band, whatever your event may require. You can also email us to take online music lessons at an affordable monthly price. Don't forget to download our original music and like, follow, and subscribe to Rooster Stone across all social media platforms. Keep rocking out at roosterstone.com.